I thought that, really that I was alone, that I was probably like the only person that's sort of been treated like that, the way me and my sister and my mum and that had been treated. And then when I come here, it was just like, when I got involved with Big Art, it was just like, I didn't feel alone. Everybody had just had bad things happen to them, and just, it was really good because I met a whole lot of different people and got to see new things.
I find time in you. I rest well with you. In my heart, I'm yours, you're mine. Until the end of time. Until the end of time.
Everybody has a life to explain. Everybody in this whole wide world, doesn't matter what culture we come from, there is a meaning to life.
I do like to look after my family, because you gotta pay them some respect, in a way. In my ways to look after them.
My nan, I absolutely love her. She's mum, dad, aunt, uncle, cousin, friend, brother, sister. She's the works.
And me and my sister sort of, we got that special bond that nobody can break.
How do you think you're like your dad?
Just the way they me and him talk and stuff together. The way that we act and stuff. The way that we do stuff and just the way to get around it and stuff.
Can you give an example?
Well, I don't know, just the way my mum says it. 'Cause my mum and dad ain't together. And her saying is, oh, you're just like your father. Stuff like that, and I just laugh at her. Yeah, so I don't know what she means by it, but I say, okay.
Can you tell me more about your dad?
He's sort of like a battler, because he got bashed and he's got 8 steel plates in his head, and one hit to the head and he could die. So I got to be there for him and stuff. When I had to go there and see him in hospital and stuff, didn't feel like my dad.
Did you go to the hospital to look after him?
Yeah. Yeah, but he's come around through it now, so it's heaps good. It's heaps better than he was.
Stepfather bashed me from sort of 9 to 5. Daddy wrapped me up in a blanket and that and just left me in the lounge room laying there. I was just bruised, bloody, busted up. And I was in a wheelchair for a while, maybe 3 months type thing.
Running. Heartbeats, I better my time. Feel of vitamin, length my stride. To not talk to my mother, so she won't smile tears at me. To not fight at the table, to hear the back door slam.
My mum and that, she didn't want me type thing, gave me up. Not gave me up type thing, just sort of, I don't know. Well, she picked my stepfather over me. Couldn't have both because he wasn't allowed near me. And I was going to go to a foster home and that, but I didn't come in and just sort of at the last minute said I'll take him, he's come with me.
The mother thought it was the best for Josh to come with me back home. They only just lived down the road, and I think Josh is starting to build up a bit of bonding with his mother, and I think she knows now, but she had chosen the other side of life. And I don't think that really deep down, I think she really loves him as much as I love him.
We haven't sat down and talked about it, me and my stepfather. Like, I can't. He scares me every time I walk into the house. Like, I feel like I'm that 8-year-old kid again. Like, when I got my nan there, I feel like I'm the 6-foot kid that I'm bulletproof. It's not right. I can't go in there and tell her like when I'm sad or upset, or I might be happy, or I've done this, or I've won soccer trophies, or like won races and all that and stuff. I can't take it to my mum. I got to take it to my nan. And it's like, I'm not saying it's bad not to take it to my nan, but I'd love to sort of show my mum like I'm worth it. I try hard. I win races. Like, I do anything, man. I'd have anything or do anything to get my mum back.
I was 15, turning 16. I was pretty young. He was my first boyfriend. So, and then I'd actually just gone downtown just to, because he'd left his money at home and he was an alcoholic and a druggo. And I didn't want him to become known skits and out. And so I'd walked up to give him his money, and I was standing and talking to my cousin. And he reckons that I was sleeping with my cousin. So, and then he belted me. The one thing that I had that was actually going good for me in my life was when I fell pregnant, and I thought it was a really good thing. I thought I'd been blessed. And then bringing 2 babes into the world that you know ain't gonna have any, that are just gonna come out dead anyways. And it's just like the most horriblest feeling that you can ever have. It's just like seeing a person die in front of you, except for they're actually coming out of you, and it's really, really hard. My sister's got 4 babies, boys. They're horrible. That's all I can say, they're horrible. But they're gorgeous and they're adorable.
People act out like love is just everything and that they need it all. I just think it's all crap.
My idol was always my mum and my sister. And so, you know, I thought, you know, growing up with them being in domestic violence relationships and everything, I just assumed that it was right, you know. I'm never going to get in that situation ever again. If I feel that it's coming along, I'll probably run.
Shame.
Any sad stories? Her glances and disjointed indirect lines. I bought her a drink and we made an agreement. Don't tell me your There was a big gap there where I wanted to find where my grandparents were like. There was a big gap where, like, I saw other children in the communities growing up with their grandparents, and I also had an extended you know, family tree, grandparents all over the place. You know, shared all my cousins' grandparents and all that, but never really my grandparents where I really came from. When we do a bit of this, and we do a bit of this. My brother had always, yeah, had it rough, you know, going in and out of jail. So I was glad once I actually introduced him to Big Art. He took it on himself. To go where he wanted to go. And I'm quite proud of him now, with the things that he's doing. I just thought I was there to try and be a saviour to him. But that's not the case. I had to learn about where he was. Let's put the light back in each other's eyes. And maybe tomorrow, if the wheels could roll, to roll down south, maybe near to Mexico. Boulder Camp, we went out there and well, I wanted to ask a lot of those people what they thought, but I wanted to know what their feelings were, what it is that sort of drives them to be in that area. Start from boy. This is where all the mob come here. This is what like they call for halfway camp. I think most people out there like in the desert come here to sleep. Because they won't allow them, well, I guess government way of trying to get these blackfellas off the streets. They build a place like this and they come and stay here, but most of my people come here. This is all them. This is my uncle. This is my older brother.
Man, in my younger generation, you came the name Jameson.
They're just normal people like us that want to escape from a lot of other things. And the drink is the main driving point for them because, like Jam would always say, you know, that it's the only point where they want to flush a lot of things in their lives that they don't like about. Or yeah, it could be an escape from something that's probably from the bush that's happened, or you know, a lot of issues out bush, a lot of issues in other different cultures.
They took out families, take away from a country.
Pop for these two. Yeah, Papa, there.
And I know I can't change a thing of the past that belongs to me.
You need it. Where put up in your mongado? Bomb, Panya? Yeah, one more.
Oh, now we're going to go.
Kalau cokor angka, mereka kan ini lekomen jangan jaga dingko.
Kapa menyapa maya jar. Malang. Kan ini jalan.
Yep.
Kan ini jalan.
Kan ini sini.
Kan ini jalan.
After the bombs, we lost our country where we'd been for 50,000 years. We were in shock. My dad was little, and he was taken to Cunley Mission from the country where he was born in the sand. And his father was always away, looking for the people in the desert, taking them away or bringing them back away from the bombs. And his mum wasn't around much too, because of the grog. So Dad was sent away to the mission. One question I want to ask you. I just want to know how you thought about your father, so that I can understand about my grandfather.
So we didn't get time to, like sort of make up for the lost time, that he spent in prison.
Tell me, why was he in prison? Can you tell me why?
When Dad was working out at Beelong,
Yeah.
cutting woodcutter, he used to go home, back where they lived just out here at the reserve. He'd come home and he'd find Mum, well this is what I was told, he'd find her drunk and sitting around a group of other men. It happened too often. That's when that was when he went off and really killed Mum.
Maybe tomorrow, if the wheels could roll, to grow down south, maybe near to Mexico.
I'm going in his footsteps, you know what I mean? There's like, I don't want to go there really, but yet here I am doing those little so-called, not with the law and stuff, and breaking it and shit. And no, I don't really want to be ending up like my grandparents or my father, or I just want to break on out of here, just get number one first out of the way before I go back to this fella. Yeah, it's no good. That place is no good for us.
Say hello, my name's Shakira. Yeah, say it, totally say. Yeah, me and you both look. Say hello, my name's Shakira Jane. Yeah, me and you. Talk. Talk. Daddy wants you to talk.
Talk.
Oh.
John Jameson.
Jameson.
Free.
My name's Shakira. Shakira Jane. What you getting so for? Quick, tell Mum, come and pick you up. Daddy gonna take you home. Oh. Jingoes. Please on you. Hello. But why?
Daddy's going to jail.
What?
Take Daddy there.
Take Daddy there. But why? Daddy don't want to go to jail. Daddy want to stay with Kyra.
Yes, Dad.
Yes, Daddy.
Don't take Daddy.
Oh, no.
Don't
take Daddy. I'm going to drop my daughter off at home with her mother. After all that time, when we were both like arguing, I'm finally allowed to be back home. Yeah, so from this day on, I'm gonna have to learn to behave myself, brother. And I promised her that. My baby Shakira Jane.
It's just that I just don't want my kids to end up like the way that I ended up. You know, I got back with the family, and yet when I got back with them, they broke up, and then that's how I found myself into a lot of strife and stuff with the law. Always, ended up inside, and no good. No good. Goes through the genes, from father to son, from Tamil to the gutter to the grandson. This is our dictionary. We hold all our thoughts behind this can.
This is our courage.
All our past behind this can. And we like to flush it, you know? And that's no good.
Brings out the person that was not supposed to be.
We're not supposed to be. Exactly. You hit the hard word there, my nephew.
Me and my brothers, my mother, my father, we're still trying to cope with everything we were introduced to after that mammal cloud, when that bomb was dropped on us. Now, usually my brother, Jarman, is in the show with us, but he couldn't make it. He's locked up in jail.
Good luck. Luck coming my way. Falling star.
7 sisters.
Not either.
7 sisters only. Ale jangan. Pondok malah.
I rest well with you in my heart.